Greetings, citizens of the internet. You can call me Nitro Indigo, and today I'll be judging games by their covers for a third time. Due to grammatical ambiguity, the text on the box art for Donkey Kong Land implies that the cartridge is a bonus. The Japanese box art for Paper Mario Story reminds me of painted glass, while still staying true to the style of the game. Nice! After buying arts and artifacts, I discovered that the North American Player's Choice box art for Link's Awakening has the owl on it. Slightly less boring, but the Japanese DX box art isn't perfect either. Link's eyes look too far apart. While I normally find characters in front of a background and nothing else boring, I prefer the Japanese and European box arts of Klonoa Empire of Dreams over the American one, with its awkward 2001 CGI. And why is the age rating above the seal of approval? Speaking of which, in the previous episode, I called the European box art of Klonoa 2 Lunar Tales of Ale boring. Since then, Tessellating Hexagon's brought it up in his analysis of the game and how it fits in with his interpretation. I'll link to the video in the description, but I'd recommend watching the whole Let's Play first. The Minish Cap is a rare example of a Zelda game where the European, American and Japanese box arts are all different. Of the three, the Japanese box art is definitely my favourite. Not only are the Minish absolutely adorable, but it also shows the game's size changing gimmick by having an acorn to compare the characters to. What are they looking at though? Did a normal sized human enter the forest? I also only noticed that there's a kinstone in the background of the Western box arts while I was scripting this video. Speaking of adorable Japanese box arts, just look at the Dog Island. Having Patasi, an important character, front and centre gives people the impression that this game has a story, unlike the boring Western box art. The Dog Island is way too good for what it is, a licensed game, published by Ubisoft, that consists entirely of fetch quests. While I don't have anything to say about the fronts of any of Solar Torobo's box arts, I do have something to say about the back of the American one. First of all, why is most of the space taken up by an in-game model? Solar Torobo is still one of my favourite games, but I don't like the graphics, even by DS standards. Secondly, Red isn't a mercenary. He's a hunter, which is a fancy way of saying that his job is to do side quests. Way back in 2008, I chose Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time over Darkness purely because of its box art. Not only was Piplup my favourite Pokemon at the time, but it looks so happy and colourful. Also, you can't see it in this picture, but the trees are slightly holographic. Back in my video about a bootleg copy of Pokemon Soul Silver I saw, I said that I didn't realise how cool its box art was until then. Lugia's pose matches both the Rainbow Swirl and its in-game sprite, and everything just exudes power. Heart Gold does a similar thing with Ho-Oh, but I don't like the Silver Swirl as much. It just doesn't look that good to me against the gold background. My interpretation is that these box arts represent balance. Ho-Oh is in front of a Silver Swirl, and Lugia is the mascot of Silver. Meanwhile, Lugia is in front of a Rainbow Swirl, and Ho-Oh is known as the Rainbow Pokemon. You see, while most legendaries violently conflict, Ho-Oh and Lugia keep to themselves. The theme of Generation 2 appears to be harmony, both people living in harmony with nature, and Pokemon living in harmony with other Pokemon. We have Pokemon such as Remoraid, which lives in a symbiotic relationship with Mantine, and Celebi, the guardian of Ilex Forest. Ecruteak City is based on traditional Japanese architecture, and is the site of the legend of Ho-Oh and the Beasts. And then there's Porygon 2, the subdivision of Surface's Pokemon. While we're here, I might as well tell you that my headcanon as to why Lugia isn't a water type is because it didn't live underwater until the tower burned down.